Hey everybody, it's Clyde and welcome. I just wanted to make a quick spreadsheet for you guys to talk a little bit about the upcoming Kitakami event. I'm not gonna script this video, so we're just gonna walk through things one piece at a time and talk about it. I'm actually doing this live on stream, so I may have some questions from the audience, which I'll try to answer as long as they don't run us down too many little tiny rabbit holes that would take too much time. Essentially, what I've done is I've made a spreadsheet, and I've seen a lot of these come out lately that calculates how much it's going to cost you to use your resources to unlock enough stages in the upcoming Salvage for Victory event in order to unlock Kitakami. The one thing that I've seen some of those spreadsheets leave out is integrating the upcoming Snowflake event, where we're going to be able to unlock a lot more resources by playing a battle and getting a certain amount of base XP in each of our ships, or by earning multiple rewards for each ship like we do now that they've changed that. Thank you very much, Wargaming. So I made this spreadsheet. I will have a link to this down in the description of the video below. You guys can check this out at your leisure. The first thing I want to say is this gigantic red bar at the top says, do not request edit permissions for this spreadsheet. Go to File and make a copy instead. Because every single week I get somebody who reaches out to me and says, hey, I'd like to have edit permissions on your spreadsheet about your captain spreadsheet or whatever. And that's the wrong thing to do. What you want to do is go up here, click the file button and select make a copy. It's right here. And then you'll get your own copy of this spreadsheet in your own Google account, and you can change it and modify it and do whatever you want to do. So please don't send me extra emails, because I will just write back and say no. And then I will explain to you that you need to click on File and go to Make a Copy right up here. So at the top here, I've got some instructions. You can hide this cell, but I recommend reading it before you hide it. The first thing it says is, hey, this spreadsheet's going to help you so you can plan for how you're going to pay for Kitakami if you decide to go for her. And it's important to remember that not everybody needs to get this ship. No ship in World of Warships is worth so many resources like they're charging for Kitakami. I don't care how good Kitakami is. You can only play one ship at a time, and there are hundreds and hundreds of ships in the game. You don't have to get Kitakami. However, if you're a collector, if you love torpedoes, if you think Kuma should be at tier 10, you can definitely use this spreadsheet to do this. As soon as I'm able, I will be putting out a review for the Kitakami as soon as the NDA drops. But I just want to let you know that it's a very expensive ship, and pretty much there's a lot of ships out there that you can get. So you can basically purchase Kitakami using a mix of premium days, research points, steel, and coal. And I put all that right here. There's also a link to the devblog article that explains how to do this, so you can navigate there if you would like to. Okay, so Salvage for Victory, stages and costs. I just put a few facts right here. So Salvage for Victory has 100 stages. You can spend those resources that are already listed. And then it right here gives the cost for each of the stages for each of the resources. And then down here it explains what you can get out of there. The critical stages are stage 8, which unlocks cruiser Ellie, which is a European cruiser, tier 6, which is an awesome boat. If you play tier 6, you should try to get Ellie at least. It is a good ship and it is worth having. If you don't play tier 6, maybe the ship's not for you, but I think it's a good boat. The 16th stage unlocks the Italian cruiser Francesco Ferruccio, which is still under NDA, so we can't talk about Ferruccio today, but it is a tier 7 Italian cruiser. The 40th stage has the British cruiser Defense, which is also under NDA. There is information about these cruisers on the wiki, or not on the wiki, on the blog, the dev blog. In fact, I will try to remember to put some links in here to link you guys to information about these cruisers, because I have all those links over in my hot take spreadsheet as well. So you guys can check those out and go read about those ships, see if they're interesting to you. And of course, at the 80th stage, you get Kitakami. And you're sitting here wondering right now, if you don't know a whole lot about the Salvage for Victory event, why is it at the 80th stage? Aren't there 100 stages in the event? Yes, there are. And at the 100th stage, you unlock a special flag dedicated to the Ellie, the Ferruccio, the Defense, and the Kitakami. And you also unlock a special camo called Ice Peaks, which Wargaming have told us will never be available ever again, at least for the moment, never, ever, ever again. And so if you want that special Kitakami camouflage, the only way to get it is to grind all 100 stages in the Salvage for Victory event. Then the next box here just has, how do you find Clyde online? Because I should self-promote. If you want to go to my Twitch channel, my YouTube channel, my Discord, or find me over on Twitter, feel free to do so. All of those links are right in here. If you guys only hang out with us on Twitch, you should consider hanging out with me on YouTube as well, because I put a lot of produced content over there that I believe, I hope is worth your time. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've never been to the Twitch stream, we'd love to have you join us over there for the live show as well, where we can interact in a more direct fashion. Okay, so rolling down to take a look at the spreadsheet. This is what it looks like. Hey guys, it's Clyde. I just wanted to point out that I added a couple of new things to the spreadsheet after I filmed this video with my friends over on Twitch. You'll find a couple of boxes to fill out your earnings in the Holidays in Santa City event that's also going to happen over the holidays, so you'll be able to grind some additional coal and steel there. And you'll also be able to add a multiplier for clan resources bonuses. You'll be able to choose between 5, 7, and 10% bonus. So find out what your clan has and add that in here, and that'll help you with your calculations. Okay, let's get back to the video. Basically, in all of my spreadsheets that I ever make, if a cell is shaded, you should not type in there. There's no reason for you to type in any shaded cell, but you should type in these white cells. So I'm going to fill this out for me right now and show you guys what I expect the workflow for this to be. And I put all these arrows on here, and it looks kind of complicated, honestly. I kind of wish it were a little bit simpler, but I also wanted to show all of the data as we're calculating it so that you could see it. In my account, I've got World Warships up behind this window, which you guys can't see, but I can, and that's frankly all that really matters. So I have 809 premium days, so I'm going to put those in here. Let's go in here. I have a lot of research points. I don't want anyone to like roll their eyes at me for being such a research points troll. I have 198,554 research points. I've been saving those for a long time, and I was just about to buy 2 ships like the week they announced the Kitakami thing, and now I'm not. I'm going to keep those points, and I'm going to probably have to spend a bunch of them on Kitakami, but this spreadsheet is going to let me find out how many I have to spend. Steel, 62,875. I've been saving that for a little while too, so I've got a little bit of steel. And then coal, I have 583,629 coals. So that's what I've got in stock for all of these inventories, or these resources in my inventory. So what that does is you follow this yellow arrow and it dumps them into the My Resources box over here. Okay, that's pretty cool. But how many ships do I have? Well, I already, here's one I prepared earlier, basically. I have my numbers of ships. I'm just going to paste those in. And in fact, there's my ships. And so what it does with these ship counts is it takes all these ship counts and it multiplies them by the reward that you're going to get for each one of the ships. And then, how did my camera move over there again? Old jumpy Clyde, moving them back across. And then what it does is it multiplies that across, and then it adds this. This is my total pool of resources that I have in my account, plus everything that I'm going to earn in the Snowflake event, as long as I unlock or knock off, if you will, all of my Santa snowflakes. So what does that mean for me? It means that these are the total resources that I have that I can spend in order to unlock Kitakami, defense, Ellie, and all of this other great stuff. So now over here, what I do, this part's a little bit manual. I kind of wish it was a little fancier. Here is your amount of resources you can spend. And then this, you just kind of tell it how many stages you want to buy. So you don't put in the number of, the number of coal or the number of steels or the number of whatever you want to spend. You just say, I want to buy 2 stages with premium time. And what that does is it comes over here, multiplies by this value, and gives you a total spend of 120 days of premium. And then it says that in this box, we've unlocked 2 stages towards our 80. And then these boxes down below that I'm kind of circling with my mouse that you guys can't see, I just now realized. These boxes down below, those will light up as you unlock the prizes. So basically, it's kind of like these guys will start flipping to the right way. So if I came over here and I said, I want to do 80 stages in coal, it lights up all 4 of the ships. But if I only wanted to do 25 stages plus the 2 that I did for premium days, it says that I've unlocked Ellie and I've unlocked Ferruccio. It also calculates the total cost in resources over in this column, in the G column. So that's this total spent column over here, just above where I'm clicking around. And then it also tells you how many resources you're going to have after Kitakami was purchased. So that is a thing that you can do right there. So for me, I have a lot of premium days, but I don't necessarily want to burn them all. How many premium days do I have? I have 809. So maybe I want to burn maybe 5 stages in premium days. By the way, you're only allowed to do 16 stages in premium days. So if you put in a number bigger than that, this turns red to tell you there's an error. And of course, for me, I don't have that many premium days. So it also tells me that I've got a problem over here as well, because I can't afford that. So this cell also turns red. In fact, let me change this to be the darker color of red. But if I put that back to 15, we're good, except for we're not good over here. I still have negative 91 days of premium, and so that's an issue. So for research points, I'm going to try to spend 0 research points because I've been working really hard to get those, and I would like to spend those on ships. So how much coal do I have? I'm expecting to have 745,000 coal. The part here that's a little bit manual is you got to do some division. But basically, let's say we wanted to spend 25. That's 470, leave me with 270 left. So we can we do like 45? Nope, that's too many. You got to zero in, do kind of a binary search here, which is a little bit manual. I wish it was a little more. So I can do 39 stages without running out. Again, as Grieger pointed out, I'll get a little more coal than this because of my clan bonus. And I will, and potentially earn some doing the holidays in Santa City as well. But now I can see that I got about 39 stages. For steel, say I wanted to do, that means I'm actually farther away than I want to be. I've got 44 done, and away we go. We'll have to add some steel and research point stages. Steel's really a rare resource. It's kind of harder to get than research points. Research points is incredibly expensive, but they are comprised of very common currencies, which is ship XP and credits, which you can boost with economic boosters. So I think I'm going to probably prefer my steel. So what if I did the last 36 with research points? Now I've got 80 stages, which is enough to get all 4 of the ships, which is cool. It doesn't get me the special Kitakami camo that I want, so I'd have to go with 56 research point stages to get the camo. You can see that that lights up green once you've got it. And then the challenge here is that I'm going to spend 134,000 research points, which I really don't want to do. So I'm going to drop it back to 36 because maybe I want to get Kitakami, and I don't want to get the Kitakami camo, even though I'll have serious regret later. But man, that's just so damned expensive, and I'm not gonna give into FOMO on the camo. I'm just not gonna do it. And maybe if I wanted, I could be like, well, I could spend some steel. What if I bought 10 stages for steel? And then I cut this back to 26. And this is going to help me balance basically what I'm willing to spend in each of the types of currencies, and then see what my remaining balance is going to be when I get to the end, right? So I'm going to make this tool available to you guys to play with. Again, do not request edit permissions. Just go up here, click the file button, come down to make a copy. You'll get your own copy, and then you can edit that one to your heart's content. If you get edit permissions for my spreadsheet, it's going to edit them for everyone who watches the video and comes to check out the spreadsheet. You don't want that. This is your private planning spreadsheet. It's for you. So that is pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed the spreadsheet and it's useful for you. If you like this, please comment and tell me what's good about it. If you got some ideas or suggestions, let me know about those too. I may or may not spend a lot of time reworking this because I think right now it's good enough to do the job of giving you an idea of what you can and are willing to spend. And I really hope that it does help you guys figure out whether or not Kitakami is good for you. And let me remind you, I know that everyone is looking at Kitakami when we talk about this event. And yes, Kitakami is the premium ship that people are going to talk about the most. But let's not forget about Ellie, Ferruccio, and Defense. There's a lot of folks who might only be able to buy 40 stages, right? Say I didn't want to spend my research points and my steel, and I just wanted to do 35 of these. I could get 3 premium ships for 665,000 coal and 300 days of premium. Or if I just did 40 for coal, you can get for 760,000 coal, you can get 3 premium ships. Yes, one's a 6, one's a 7, but bear that in mind. This event has much more in it than just Kitakami. And I think everyone should try to at least get the Ellie as long as you play tier 6, because I love that little boat. It is so much fun to play. Again, thanks everybody for watching. If you're watching on Twitch right now, thanks so much. Consider subscribing over on YouTube. If you don't already, remember subscriptions on YouTube are free. They're not like subscriptions on Twitch. But you can follow on Twitch for free, which is like a subscription on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, come over to Twitch and give us a follow over there. If you like the content on the YouTube channel, you would almost certainly like the content over on the Twitch stream, if you're willing to make the jump from the red website to the purple one. With all that said, everyone, thank you very much, and take care, be cool, be nice, and we'll see you in our next video, battle, or live stream. Goodbye.